Special thanks to Chimpaka for this intro. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a fantastic video today. We are playing Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and in today's video, we are talking about the much requested Tier 1 commander on the evil faction side, Shagrat. He is one ugly guy. He is an Uruk-Hai, and he sure is ugly. He is an Uruk-Hai, but he gives interesting bonuses to orcs. He's actually stronger for orcs than he is for Uruk-Hai, so I'm going to recommend that you run orcs with him. However, let's get right into this commander spotlight. Give me the like and sub. Let's rock and roll. First off, Shagrat is a support, which means he gains 5 bonus skill points. Very important because you need a lot of skill points for Shagrat. Secondarily, he has very high might for a Tier 1 commander at 2.0 might per level. His focus and speed are absolutely terrible at 0.61 per level and 0.64 per level, respectively, okay? Gear-wise, use whatever you'd like, although a chest that gives armor defense to your melee units would be very good. In this case, I'm using the rough breastplate, which is a blue chest. I'm also using the old casque, which is a blue helmet that gives me might, and I'm using the Uruk-Hai pike, which gives me pure might, okay? For the accessory, Drums of Moria are very strong. However, use whatever you'd like, as accessories are hard to come by. Skill point wise, he is an interesting commander because he has the Captor Skill. This is basically a must-have if you're going to run Shagrat. There's no point using Shagrat if you're not going to use Captor. What Captor does is, going into round 3, it stuns one of the enemy units basically for the remainder of the battle, okay? It stuns them for 2 rounds, and then it reactivates and stuns that same unit or maybe another unit for another 2 rounds. So it also reduces the damage that that unit receives by 25%. So interestingly enough, it'll keep the units alive longer. However, they will be stunned and unable to deal damage to your units. So very strong CC, especially against armies that only have 1 or 2 units. Against an army that has 1 unit and no stun resist, you could see Shagrat dominating a respect level 25 tier 3 commander after round 3 if they have only 1 unit with no stun resist, okay? In addition, he has an anti-heal with open wound. Anti-heal, you only need 1 point in here. Put more points as you get them, feel free, but you need 1 point to trigger the anti-heal. We've also got the Reckless, which is a terrible ability. It gives you terrible damage and a 10% chance of succumbing to madness. However, we're going to put a few points in here. That way we can put 1 point into Topple, which is going to give a 50% chance of stunning for 1 round on a 2-round cooldown. So going into round 3, you could theoretically topple 1 unit and stun them for a round, capture another unit, stun them for 2 rounds, and overall have good control on the enemy, okay? The Respect 3 talent tree, this one's really, really nice, okay? The Watchman of Siroth Ungol. This is going to give you 30% damage to your orcs and give them immunity to madness, okay? You can also get Enrage, which is going to give them 30% chance of succumbing to madness and damage plus 60% for 1 round going into round 3, okay? This also triggers going into round 5. That's extremely important to remember because orcs, Reapers are orcs, okay? And they gain the 75% damage bonus at round 5. Enrage gives them another damage bonus at round 5. You can see potentially a massively enormous nuclear weapon coming out at round 5 if you can keep some Reapers alive in Shagrat's army, which is actually what I'm running with Shagrat now, okay? The current build I'm running with him now as I'm leveling him up is a Reaper heavy build. I'm running a ton of Reapers. They deal priority damage to defense, low defense targets, and they have plus 70% damage at round 5 and onwards until the end of the battle, okay? So extremely strong with the Enrage ability, okay? Very nice there. What else? Let's look at the other skills real quick while I've got you here. Okay, I also have 1 point in Corrupting Curse. This is going to give a 30% chance of inflicting madness to the enemy. Again, this is something you only need 1 point in. Feel free to put in more points if you need some poison damage, but keep in mind that he has extremely low focus, so the damage really isn't important here. You're getting it for the madness debuff. At the end of the day, he has 3 CCs, right? He's got the Madness, 30% Madness each round. He's got the Captor for very significant stun control abilities. And he's got Topple for additional stun abilities. So that's 3 crowd control abilities available for a Tier 1 commander. You can also get break defenses if you'd like, which is going to reduce the defense of the targets. Laceration. Look, if you're stuck with Tier 1, you're going to max these out because they're going to be half decent damage. But at the end of the day, they're not really the point of the build, okay? The point of the build is do a ton of CC and let your orcs absolutely obliterate the enemy, okay? The Respect 5 talents here are very interesting. I don't think I like them very much. However, it's going to give you a big boost, negative damage reduction. Let me rephrase that. It's going to reduce the damage you receive while on defense. It's going to give Uruk-Hai for some reason. Now you're going to start using Uruk-Hai for some reason, for no reason. Don't use Uruk-Hai with this guy, okay? Just don't do it. But anyways, if you did use Uruk-Hai, it would give you this terrible heal, which would probably give you about 8,000 to 12,000 healing if you run 3 different Uruk-Hai units, okay? And then Discipline is very strong. Discipline is going to give you 35 defense at max level. So theoretically, if you're running Cirith Ungol Garrison, you could have fantastic damage reduction percentile combined with 35 plus defense for your army. This can really help you sustain on defense, okay? So strong defensive talents. Honestly, I'll probably go into that next because I've already got all of the skills I need maxed out. At Respect level 3, at level 34, I've maxed out all of the crowd control abilities and the plus damage abilities. So the rest of my skills, if I were Respect 5, the rest of my points would go into Cirith Ungol Garrison and the Discipline skill, okay? So that is the video. Give me the like and sub. Strong defender here. Very interesting, overlapping, and strong amounts of crowd control. Decent damage boost to orcs. Surprisingly, I should have covered him earlier in the season. He's actually a surprisingly strong commander with the amount of CC that he has. So definitely give him a shot, okay? Like and sub. Love you guys. Long time. Randy out, baby.